My embedded Roll20 seems to be fixed in Discord. I think it was a bug. There's or at least a feature. There was a lot of complaints about it. I was looking online. Okay, we're ready to roll. So welcome everyone. We've got 4 in right now, and our resident halfling gnome artificer will not be with us today, but and she sort of will be jogging up the stairs towards you off camera, and I think who's stuck in the darkness still? Yeah, okay. So, Alid, you're still in the darkness, and is it Luxor, if I'm right? Yeah, okay. So, Alid and Luxor are still here, and Noida's, you can hear footsteps on the stairs. So, we'll launch straight into it, but a brief rundown. We're mid-combat. You've been battling your way through as you've walked into a warlock's den in one of the upper levels of the fortress of Kaz, private sanctum or experimental area or whatnot. You haven't seen any beds or anything like that other than guard ones. So two warlocks of some sort. You walked in there, they were experimenting on someone, and then said, if you need protection, to stand back, go to this little circle thing, and then started casting these spells and things, and then they vanished. I think invisibility or blink or something. You weren't sure exactly what, and suddenly the world went black. You're effectively blinded. Dark vision wasn't working either, so it was nothing. You couldn't see nothing, but you could hear horrible sounds all around you, and feel tentacles trying to grab onto you. Horrible cold, and the tentacles are covered in some sort of acidic slime. Also, because it's like you're moving through a curtain of these tentacles, that it slows you down as well. So 2 of you have managed to blindly find your way to this protective circle, and somehow appeared in this Marcel Marceau force cage, invisible barrier, a small cube. There's another poor soul within the cube already, and they say, "Watch out! Watch out! Tedgen's just through there. He's going to kill us all. We've got to get out of here. I'm out of my mind and out of control." And so, so 2 of you, I think it is, just scrolling up, that's Lyndon and Gungo, have bamfed out somewhere, and you're in a completely different room. You can see it's a large room, loads of alcoves. Lyndon, I think you can see across the room someone attempting to hide in shadows, but not well enough for you. Gungo has not spotted a thing. And somewhere out of this nether planar zone, Alid, that you and Luxor are stuck in, these eldritch blasts just be coming from nowhere, poof, 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 as you're obviously you're blind, so you can't see to dodge, but you've entered your blade song. You're doing your best with shield, but so avoiding some damage, but it's pretty grim. The person that they were experimenting on when you walked in was seemed to be willing volunteer, and he's got these huge Balgura arms, like a demon arms, and he was actively flexing and looking aggressive towards you when the lights went out. Welcome, Noida. You're on mute, but just gave a bit of a rundown. You've come right for you. I was describing everything that happened last week. However, you were in a lower level of the tower, making your way up this circular staircase, coming up the rear. Felwyn is somewhere behind or down at the entrance to the place, and you've rushed up this circular staircase. You can hear screams and shouts and cries of pain from your colleagues. You rush up and you can see this area of complete and utter blackness, but you can hear this sort of squelching, slurping sounds within, as well as cries of pain from Luxor and the lead. You can also, while you can't get the direction because you're in a staircase looking through a doorway, but somewhere off to the side, you can hear the muttering of arcane, incantations of some sort. And I'll get you to do an initiative roll just to throw yourself in there. Yes. 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 So, yeah. So, your telepathic bond, I'm trying to remember where you cast it. Yeah, okay. So it's up, but Noida's not in the party. He was at the entrance to do the mind meld deal. But you can hear Noida. Noida, do you want to do anything or say anything as you come up? Yeah, it's blocking your dark vision. And what's your passive arcana? Okay, so to you, this is some sort of you've just spent a whole campaign going through Far Realm type Mind Flayer Illithid stuff. You've been exposed to this sort of thing, unfortunately, and it's clearly that sort of effect, almost like a mini portal of such, or joining of worlds, opening a door. Yes. Okay. All right. So, yep. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, you're probably going to hear my dog in the background. Unfortunately, he's out and about, but there's not much I can do about that. Hopefully, it won't last till 11. For the next 3 hours. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. Let's have some music. Pirates? No. Anxiety sounds good. Okay. Right, so you hear some incantations lead from off to one side. It is to the west of you, a little bit southwest of you. And here we go. That's right. That's right. And some sort of magical force hits you, poof, hitting armor class 23. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. So both of the two grave bolts hit you and blast against your shield, and then we move on, and you hear some chains rattling to the south of you, both Alid and Luxor and Noida. Now, Alid, we'll move on in the initiative order. If you could just check shield to see whether you have to see the source of the attack. I don't think so. I think it's when you get hit, but it'll matter just from here onwards. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Luxor. Now, start of your turn. Okay. You need to do no. Let's see. Just open a link here. You start your turn and take 11 points of cold damage from the chill from this Far Realm effect. That might cause a concentration save if that's going to matter to you. I'm not too sure. If you've got anything up. Right. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there was Blesser, but I think that was the battle before. So you're all good. Just it's now. What do you want to do on your turn? You've got these tentacles. No, you can't. Okay. Yeah. So you were pretty much to the east of the room. It's sort of star shaped from memory. I know only about 20 seconds has gone by that you've been in this room, and 2 weeks have gone by since you last saw this room. So fair enough for me to give you a bit of a summary. There was a circular staircase in the centre of the room, but otherwise it was sort of large and star shaped. Okay, and so do you want to just run directly to the west? Okay, so you move 10 feet. You spend 10 feet to move 5 to go to the northwest. You move another 10. That's 20 feet of a movement to move again. You bump into a lead. You can hear her going, "Bloody grave bolts." And she might not have such an Aussie accent. Who knows? But bloody grave bolts, swine. But you're back to back now, and you know where each other are. But you're still blinded, and you're still in the tentacles, and you're still in the cold. Do you want to carry on? You can, but I try to avoid the peasant railguns, so the movement there will detract from how much a lead's movement can do. Otherwise, you can carry her 30 feet, then she has her turn, moves 30 feet, someone else picks her up and moves the 30 feet after the turn, and suddenly, because this is all all in one action. So, a lead, if you're happy to be carried, Lux will pick you up and spend some movement. Okay, all right. So Luxor, you grab a lead and say, "Come on, let's get out of here," or whatever. Sorry, I'm paraphrasing for you here. And you move another 10 feet through this stuff. And you feel you're right at the edge, but you're still in it. You've moved 30 feet. You've spent 30 feet of your movement so far. You could dash to continue and burst out of this area if you wanted to, unless I don't know what your movement is. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you'll have to dash. That's going to take you another 10 to get out, and you smash into some cages that you see as you move out of the area, and you hear the horrible sounds behind you, and you and a lead are now. I'll just move you outside of the area of the effect, and I think I'd blinded you both in your tokens, so I'll give you your light back, your vision back. Do you have dark vision, by the way? I don't think Dragonborns get it. I don't know if they do in the new. Yeah, 2024. Okay, 60. All right, you are the all-new Dragonborn with vision, and a lead, you suddenly blink, and you regain your vision as well, which I'm just switching back on. Done. All right, So you've now dashed to get to that point, Luxor. So you've still got a bonus action if there's anything you want to do. You can see that there is some sort of warlock midway through casting a spell, not in midway through casting a spell, but readying components, wand in hand, holding it like Voldemort, bleeding black ichor from the eyes, not looking the nicest. But we won't judge her. What do you want to do? That's okay. Nice one. Now, if you do a search in your journal, you should find spiritual weapon as a token that you can drag onto the board and operate yourself. And if you want to have it appear over next to Ental, you can. That's okay. I'll do it. Spiritual weapon. Just do a bit of a search. Yeah. Spiritual weapon. Now, if you come up with your own idea, I can make a token for you. What does your spiritual weapon look like? Okay. All right, so we've got a flying battle axe for now, but maybe we'll, if you're going to use this spell ongoing, and if there's any other continual spells that would have an effect you would see, I'm happy to make a token for it, grant you access, and you can move it around at your will. So with that, you get an attack, I believe, with the bonus action move. Yes. How did you go? You'll have to tell me what armor class you hit. Oh! 12 to hit to miss. So it goes clang, and it might have hit her. She's just standing there in her stars and moons robe. But somehow she's got some sort of magical armor. Mage armor, perhaps. It is. It's a bit rough. Alid, you start your turn. You've used 30 feet of you've used 20 feet of movement. Yep, so you've still got another 20 feet to zip about the place. Yes. Okay. Yes, just Intel, the deceiver. Okay. Okay. Oh, crikey. All right. Dex. I'm just seeing if she's got any thing up her sleeve. No, she doesn't. All right. So did you say dexterity? She's dodging a ray, isn't she? Yeah. Okay. So she tries to do the matrix. 16. Oh no. Does that mean it completes? It's a save or none, isn't it? Yeah, yes. She passed it. It's just whether it's I don't think it's a save or half. I think it's a ray. Like, okay. 6 squares. 30 feet. No, it's a flat 30 regardless. So slow creatures can bamf 30 as well. All right. Okay. And you go to the other side of the staircase, look around the corner, and you can see this scungy looking, almost pouchy, half skeletal on the top, but all of the flesh seems to have sort of slid down to the bottom half of them. And he's also midway through casting a spell and has just unlocked some manacles from the Eager Balgura Mus dude. Mr. Musashi Muscle Powder is looking happy. Okay. That's your turn. Is that all good? Okay. In that case, we'll move on to Gunko. Now, shift of focus. What do you want to do? Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. And you've got a mind link with a lead. I don't know, a lead. Can all of you hear each other? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're in a bit of a bit of a party. You can all hear everyone fighting and coughing and shouting and whatnot. But otherwise, you're sort of stuck in this 10-foot cube of some sort. Lyndon. You think you can? I think you can spy someone. I'll ping the area. And draw your attention to it. Just up in here, in one of these alcoves. What? Trying to attract the attention of the hidden character, or? Okay. All right. You see a hood sort of, pull down further, but you're pretty. You can pretty much now. They're giving themselves away by trying to hide more, to you at least. Gunko's like, what? Oh, okay. All right. GM. Okay, a figure steps out of the shadows. She has her cloak up and sort of keeps watching you, sort of giving you the side eye as she walks 10, 20, 30 feet to this door. And she sort of gives some sort of knock on the door. Master, we have new recruits. And I'll add, let's see, I'll add Charity into the mix. Can you see her up there? Yeah, you can. It's a bit dark in here. It's the way they like it. And Charity. There we go. 9. Okay. So, Lyndon, any other action? Yeah, there's a ceiling high above you can see, but there's also one you can feel that's only 10 feet away. Okay. All right, we'll move on to Intal, and she does some sort of, let's see, where are we? Okay, she's going to cast a spell at you, Luxor. Boom. She casts it. You can. You haven't used your reaction yet? Yep. Okay. So, just check the counter spell. This is a magic attack, but not a spell. Like it doesn't, it's not leveled. It might have to be a leveled spell. Okay. No, save your reaction. Save your reaction. This is a magic attack, but not a spell. Okay. So, hits armor class 19, Luxor. What, Ooh, nice one. Okay, shield comes up. Blam. She tries again. I'm class 15. Okay, so you block them both with that shield of yours. And she... bonus action, I don't think there's much. No, that's it for her for now. Okay. You hear this rah, and this guy puts to the south, puts his both palms on the bench, the operating table, and he goes doof, doof, and lifts his feet up like, you know, Beast from the X-Men, and goes flying across the room, and then lands and tries to land with a big punch on you, a lead. What shield? Oh, fire shield. You still have fire shield up. Okay, so you're flickering with flames. You can save your shield spell because he might miss. You only do the reaction one a hit, so he might miss you. You're pretty high armor class anyway. But I think, yeah, you've still got it. Okay, 21 right now. Yep. Okay, so he punches. Hitting armor class 15. Okay, he may be strong. He punches again, hitting armor class 17, and goes doof doof. Both of them miss, and then he opens his mouth, and he's got what look like sharp teeth, but they are been swapped. All of his teeth have been pulled out and replaced with some sort of steel spikes, and he tries to bite you. Hitting armor class 20, also missing. All right, so you're just moving like a butterfly. And he is impotently flailing away. Noita. Did it? No, you shouldn't be able to. I don't know why. But no, the darkness is still there, blocking off the... There might be a sliver between where the globe of this darkness is and, you know, where you can see through into the room. You can't, you know... Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. All right, so 5 feet. You're going to touch some of this darkness to squeeze past, which slows you down a little bit, but then you squeeze out around the corner, so that's going to take you 10 feet of movement. And you sort of squeeze past that horrible sensation, but it's only for a moment, like going through a curtain, and you come around the corner. It's black above you, obviously, and blocked out, but you can see this guy with a vivisect, a warlock, and a lead all in battle right now. Okay. Is he just gonna what for a free strike? Yes. Yeah. Yep. He lashes. He grabs he just uses his hand and just slashes, and then he does this sort of energy comes out of his hand. It's some sort of necrotic claw, and he strikes at you, hitting class 8. You can go past, no problem. Okay. Okay. Sorceress Burst goes off. How did you go? I can't see it on the chat there. Okay, all right, you hit. Yeah, no worries. Nice. An extra. Okay. Okay. And okay. All right. Okay. So he takes that. Oof, the Hunger of Hadar is still up. And anything else you want to do this turn? Okay. Okay, he rushes over to... Actually, he's just going to stand there. He can do it from here. And he's going to fling 2 of these grave bolts at you. The first one. I just have to roll to see what he hits. Okay. I'll roll it. I don't mind. I'll do the first one. Okay. So I rolled a 1. What does that mean? Okay. One of them is... Okay. I see. All right. So I'm looking for a high number, and it's how many numbers I roll, how many dice I get. Okay. All right. So he's going to try it again, and so he would roll 2d6 this time, and he got a 6 and a 1. So I guess one more is gone. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so the first one would have hit an... Okay, so I'm class 14. Okay, and the second one, I'm class 11. So you've still got all your images. And he's going to back away from you to 10 feet. Luxor, back to you. They look like future vivisects. They're in sort of more traditional cages. No. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's the aura that you should see now of Luxor's Spirit Guardians, a golden glow all around him. And I think it goes off on the start of their turn, if they're in it. Yeah, yep, on that. So on their turn, yep, okay. So we'll remember that on there as their turns hit. Okay, and you get a bonus action, don't you? Flying battle axe. Okay. Okay. She'll take it because when she starts a turn, now that you've moved, she's now in it, so she'll be in it when she starts. She's not moving into it. You're just making sure that she's in it for when she starts. Oh, now you've got the Balgura in there now too. It's a bonus action, so you can use your bonus action for this turn to swing with the spiritual weapon. Yep, so you might take, so with damage. Oh, you mean if there's 2 up? Okay. No, you wouldn't be able to have 2 of them. Let's leave it for now. It's just... That's fine. Yep, okay. Roll your spiritual weapon. Armor class 13 is a miss, I believe, on her. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, we'll move on. A lead. Because that's your turn over, I think, Luxor. Action, bonus action. Yep. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, if you center a shadow on Banjan, who his mother loves him, and but I think that's going to cop you in the area. Just so that I think it's a 10-foot radius. Oh yeah. So right back at. Oh yeah. So if you swing it right back at this thing here. Yep. 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 Yeah. No problem. You can get both of them and not yourself. Okay. That's Thunder. Yeah. Okay. First one's him. Oh. Or 30. So Banjan takes the full 30. He failed. And the Balgura passed and takes the 15. Now, I don't know if you can see the Balgura's hit points or not. Oh, okay. All right. So I'll just display them now that they're injured. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Balgura is going to try and punch you. No, bite you. +7, 25. All right. Yeah. Yep. Balgura. Okay, so what did you say? 8 fire damage. Okay, so he doesn't seem to be that phased by the fire. He takes a little bit, but he's resistant clearly. You take 9 from his bite. And he's not the sharpest knife of the drawer, so he doesn't choose to grapple you, which he probably could. He's got very strong arms. It'd be handy. All right, so Alid, you slip away. Anything else? Okay. Back up to Gungo. Gungo in the box. Yeah, yeah, draw some attention from someone within, yeah. Okay. All right. What about you, Lyndon? No, you can do. You can spend an action to do a specific perception check, but otherwise, okay. How did you go? 24. Okay, you spot another lurking figure doing exactly the same as Charity, but this time in the south wall and very close to you, only probably 15, 20 feet away over in this area. Again, hiding in an area that's in one of the alcoves. There's like 10 alcoves in a row, lots of them, but also directly opposite a pillar. So it's quite shadowy and difficult to see. But there's clearly someone there, according to you, hiding. Okay. Can you roll a persuasion for me? Okay. So you see this person draw out what looks like some sort of curved short sword and apply some sort of black liquid to it while giving you the eyeball from inside this hood. Taken. All right, and so I'll put them on the board. It's just you that can see them, but it's easy for you to say over in there, narrow alcove, whatever, gungo. Anything else, Lyndon? You've spent your action on the perception roll, but you still got a bonus. Okay. All right. So you see Charity at the top there also pull out a short sword and apply some sort of poison to it. Okay. Okay. Intal steps one away from you, Luxor, giving you a free strike. Yes, spiritual guardians, go for it. Roll it. $16. Yep, 16 radiant. Bonus action. Oh, the reaction. Yep, Morningstar. Clang. Misses, unfortunately. Oh, that was a 9, wasn't it? Morningstar? Oh, that was the damage. 18 hit. In that case, yes, 9 damage. Oh. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay, so you have a bit of a parting shot. The spirit guardians go and swirl around her, tearing her to bits. You give her an El Kabong with your mace and charged up with a bit of holy vigor. And she steps into this circle, and just like some of the others before her, she vanishes. And in between last turn and this turn, Luxor, I just checked it up confirming. So, well, you've got your spiritual guardians and your what's it called, the battle axe. It is one or the other, so you can decide. Okay, all right. Okay, so that was Intel's turn. The Balgura's going to go. Okay, and it looks like Banjan is giving the Balgura some orders. The Balgura starts his turn, however, and Spirit Guardians go berserk. You can roll damage on the Balgura. He gets a save, doesn't he? Okay, wisdom. No. Full damage. How much is that? You can roll it now. Oh, yikes. Okay, so Banjan talks to the Balgura in Abyssal, and the Balgura, and it goes and does this huge leap, just exactly like it did with the lead. It jumps up and over you and lands here, and then a big fist comes towards you, Luxor. Let's have a look. I'm class 10. It's not looking good for this fella. I'm a class 10. All right. With the last one, it's just going to try and bite you. I'm class 13. All right. I think you're too heavily armoured for all of that business. And we move straight on to Noida. Yeah, Sorceress Burst. Yep. Can any of you hear music coming through Roll20, by the way? No, okay. Okay. 20 hits. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, done. We move on to Banjan, who he's got this horrible acid burns on his face. He's extremely badly injured. He sees this rune up above, and he goes, let's see, 1, and runs into the Spirit Guardians, risking it. He gets a save. Wisdom. Not good. What do we get? 16. Gonna half damage. Okay, roll your half. Roll the damage, and we'll see what happens. Radiant, so it takes 9. Okay, so what form do these spirits take for your Spirit Guardians? Okay, well, they're very cross ones. It's a bit Indiana Jonesy because they tear him a new one and he's dead. Angel's not happy. Demon boss. Yep, and with that, the Hunger of Hadar goes. I'll get rid of that. Okay, and we move on to Luxor. What do you want to do? Okay. 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 He gets a 9. Fails. Wow. Cop that. He's still alive though. Okay. All right. So you're a full cleric, but or no, with a bit of fighter, but you're a cleric of the of war. Yep. Okay. Cool. It's a crit. I'm sure of it. It is. No. It's green. That's weird. Oh, okay. Just flavor text. Okay. All right. However, this is enough, and this guy, boom, you brain him, and he drops dead. You look around, you see a lead up against the wall, you see Noida over next to a little glowing circle. Otherwise, the room is now completely empty. A couple of dejected looking prisoners in 2 cages to the north. Yeah. Boosh! Oh, he's gone! Okay, so Luxor's just bamfed out, but you can still carry on talking because you're mind linked. Oh no, Noida, you can't, but you can. Noida, a lead can say, yeah. Okay, is it because you're up next, aren't you? Okay, so a lead. Yep. You rush in. Hang on, I just want to finish Luxor. So you moved 1, 2, 3 squares, and this is where you appear. You've still got another 3 squares you can move. You've still got your spirit guardians up. You are now in this room that's a little bit more like a U shape. The portal that you entered in is much like the other purple portals you've come through. Intal is facing you 20 feet away, looking a little bit worried, but now facing the thing ready, as if she's sort of watching her back. There's a large table full of documents and maps and things, and there's some sort of cosmic galaxy type of or solar system type of structure with spinning orbs and things. However, facing this is an enormous metal armor clad warrior of sorts with a mace and a shield. Okay, I'll just bring that to the screen so I can see. Yeah, okay. All right. Now they're both in it. Okay, so just adding. Okay. Okay. So then we move to a lead, and you were moving also. I think you were down 1, 10, 20 will get you to. Okay, so boom. Okay, so you appear, same place that I just described, and you've still got 4 squares of movement. Yes. Yes, indeedly do. Okay, so get in the spirit guardians and sort of sidle, around Tej and the Grim towards Luxor and Intel. And then we... Oh, you've got an action, definitely. You can still... You've got your full... You've just done movement so far. Okay, at Intel? All right. Okay. All right, so the lightning... Boom! Okay. She tries... And fails. Takes the full... Oh my god. Right. Can you see the health bar there? She's below half or around half. Badly wounded. Anything else, Elide? You've still got a bonus action. Okay. Gunko. You can now hear... You just heard a lightning bolt go off on the far side of that door where Charity is. Yes. Yes, they look alarmed hearing the lightning bolt go off. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, do I have... No, I don't have Mercy on there yet. Yep. Oh, no, in the order. Okay, so you got your action readied? Lyndon. Okay. All right. What action? You need to say what so that... Okay. All right. Nature's Vows readied. You see Charity go and open the door and step into the room. She has her hood up and tries to sort of slink in. And through the doorway, you can hear, all of you can hear a booming, a commanding voice. That looks towards the open doorway. Elide, Luxor, you see the door open, but otherwise don't see anything going on. But Tejan seems to, be calling to someone beyond that door. Let's see. He said he bellows at you, Luxor and Elide, and says, "How did you get in here?" And then seems to be not wait for an answer, but then turns to Intel and then turns to the doorway, and then gestures at you, Elide, and says, "Leave the small one alive for questioning and kill the rest." Seems to be gesturing at you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, when they first went into it, yes, they would. You can roll damage. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so they wouldn't get quite so far. Yep, fair enough. Okay, now I had them on screen for a little while because Lyndon, you know what's going on. You see them sort of doing the hide behind their elbow type of deal, and you can smell Luxor. You can smell bacon next to you. Yeah. Okay, we'll get you Luxor to roll some radiant damage. Is that 19, was it? Okay. We'll just do one. That's fine. Okay. So the spirit guardians take their toll, and then you feel this short sword jamming up through your kidneys in between two plates there, Luxor, or at least trying to, as Charity comes into view from stealthy into the room, and she'll have a crack and see what happens. Okay. I'm just going to roll native d20s. Okay, armor class 22 is 20, so it's going to hit. Yep. Okay, so you're going to take 13 damage. Tries again. Misses. Tries again. Also hits. And does another 13 damage as well. The ally becomes visible as she tries exactly the same thing. I'm just going to roll 3 hits altogether. Oh, luckily all 3 miss you, Luxor. So they're all shing, shing, shing. They wanted to get to a lead, but slowed down by the spirit guardians, but also by Tejan, who called out, no, leave that one, kill the one in armor. Okay, I think that's Lyndon, Charity, Mercy, Intel. Intel's going to cast a spell. Oh no, she's going to. It's not a spell, just so that you can save your thingo. It's a grave bolt, and she's going to fling it at you, Alid. Actually, no, she's going to fling it at you, Luxor. Grave bolt. So 2 grave bolts come in. One hitting class 7, one armor class 17, and you bat them both away. Tank that you are. Noida, where are you? All alone. Okay. Okay, and then you step on and boom. Okay, and then boom, you're gone. You appear in this room in mid-battle. There's this huge armored guy, Tejan the Grim, 2 rogues of some sort, secret police, and a Deathlock mastermind. Okay. 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 Boom. It's a psychic fireball, I think. Yep. Okay. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 2 save, 2 fail. Yeah, it'll be half. Okay. Nice. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Intel's alive. Charity failed. Mercy and Tej and the Grim failed. Okay. Assume you can see the hit points there. Okay, so Tejan cops the full brunt of it. That sort of shakes it off. Noida, and he's got what? D minus D6 to his attack rolls. And ability checks. Yep. Yeah, he failed. Okay. All right. Tejan goes up. Is that you? That's your done, Noida. Tejan. Okay. So, just so you're aware, Noida, when you cast a spell at him, it looks like he sort of was going to get, cop the full blast of the, what did you call it? Synaptic static. Yep. But he's got a reaction, or an action he can do outside of his normal thing. It's a bit like the shield or whatever, and he can just steel himself to make sure that he passes. So he's still taking some damage, and you can see it there, but he's not got that full effect. So he's got legendary reaction, legendary resistance. Okay. All right, and he's going to wade in, and he dashes, moving up to his races out of here. Now he's starting his turn inside the Spirit Guardians. I think they're still going to go off now, Luxor. Is that right? Okay. Better roll your damage for that one. Okay. Yep, all right. And he needs a 17. Okay. All right. Yeah, so he dashes over to you, charging Noida directly across to here, and swings around trying to sort of clothesline you with his mace. And he swings at you with, it's not just, it's a mace, it's double-handed. Okay, I'm just rolling natively here. Okay, he hits. Unless you've got some shield or whatnot. Okay. I roll my 3d6. I've got 1 6 and 1 5. Does that mean it knocks an image out? Okay. And then he's going to try and... No. Yeah. So then he swings at you another time, and also hits. This time he needs to roll 2d6. Whoops, that's t20s. D6. And... both are... oh, no, one's above 3. Yep, so that hits you. Yep, so there was a 4 in there, so that's going to hit the image. A 4 and a 3. Oh, it's supposed to be a 50-50 roll, is it? Okay, so there's a 4, so it hits the image. So 2 of those attacks are wasted on your images there. I think you've still got one more image, don't you? Okay, in that case, he's going to take one more swing at you. Missing! Alright. Okay, now he's got a bonus action, and he summons something like the spiritual weapon, but it's not. It's a unholy floating spectral cleaver. Yep. Okay, and that appears over next to you, Noida, and it's going to swing at you as well. Heading armor class 23. Okay. All right, so it hits you and does 14 damage. Oh no, it has to roll 1d6, doesn't it? Oh, it's a 6. An image goes. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's him. Had his turn. Summoned his spiritual weapon and had 3 attacks, and charged as well just before that. Luxor, you've got a wall of enemies. The free strike. You moving? Are you moving, did you say? Oh, okay. So you're using your mace, heading intel. Yep, go for it. Uh, 15 misses. Yes. Guidance as a cantrip. You need to do that before you... Oh, okay. Yep, it's Channel Divinity, I think it is. You spend that. Okay. Okay. And is that when you miss, you can blah, blah, blah? It's not something you have to do before. Great. All right. So that definitely hit now. Plus your holy business. Oh, I just opened the window and the dog starts barking again. All right. And you get 2 attacks, I believe. You must be on level 4 fighter. Ooh. Oh, no, it's green. I keep seeing the green and going, ooh. Yep. Okay, that's a hit. Okay. Now, when that blessed strikes, that looks like it's not rolling the damage. If I hover over your Morningstar, you rolled a 25 to hit, and I look at the hover over the 6. It's a D8. You rolled a 6, so it equals 6. that is your blessed damage. It's not actually rolling, and then you're rolling the actual mace damage, which would be mace plus strength bonus. Not enough, I don't think. Yeah, your mace, you can probably just roll the damage in Roll20 natively rather than... there you go. So that's like an 8, and it applies to +1. You presume you got a +1 for strength. So, yeah, you're all good. Yeah, okay. So that'll work going forward. Okay, so you've swung twice. Bang, bang. Empowered one of those with your... What was it? Divine... a point, yep. Anything else? You're concentrating on your spirit guardians. Okay. Second wind is healing. It'll be action surge, I believe. Okay, so they get you 2 more strikes because it's a full attack action. You can attack her twice. Oh, was it? Okay. 2? That can't be it. Yeah, but you've also got to roll 2d8 for the blessed strikes because that's double dice. It's double dice no matter. You should be rolling 4d8 plus 2. I believe. 1d8. 1d8. That's just... Yeah, that's just... It's 2d8. Yeah. You've got the Morning Star, which is a 9, and you've got the Blessed Strikes rolled twice, which is a 9. 18, 26. Yeah, okay, all right. So you can work that out and do some practice between now and the next initiative roll, but that's enough to kill her. And you've still got another attack. You've had... Yes, Charity. All right, Charity's a bit injured. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. And that's you done, I believe, unless you've got a bonus action up your sleeve. No, bonus action is just something you do. It's not. I don't think it's a bonus action. You still get a bonus. You can... you can go attack, bonus action, left hand, and then action surge and get 2 more. You can get sort of 5 attacks around that way. But you got a shield. You could do that. Okay. All right. A lead. Okay. Okay, that was an opportunity attack from... Oh, because you're leaving the square from the 2. Yep. Okay. A lead. Where are they? I'll just roll the 2 attack rolls. They both miss. Okay, both fail. You can roll the damage. Okay. Still, that's 16. That's 16 in total. Okay. And no bonus action at this point? Okay. Chejin is going to do something. Okay. And he gestures at you, Noida. And he goes, it looks like he's trying to grab something and pull, you know, as if he's grabbing you by the scruff of the neck and then pulling towards you. Yeah, it is. And you can feel it's actually, rather than grabbing your shirt front, he's trying to grab your soul and pull it out. He doesn't seem to be casting a spell. He just pulls souls out. Can you do a Constitution saving throw? Okay, so and you see this little ghost image of Noida going, oh, as it sort of screams, it gets pulled out of you. Now, he sort of tears a piece of your soul away, and your soul sort of bungees back inside you. But he does 24 damage, and you go as your soul slams back into your body. It sort of stuns you. Not unconscious, you don't fall to the ground, but you're just sort of groggy. It incapacitates you. Okay. Yep. So no actions, no reactions. Gunko. You can hear Noida, his soul crying. I think you might even be able to see a lead. I'll move that door to where they... Yeah, okay. 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 All right. What's your passive arcana? Yeah, I assume it's not going to be great, but... Yeah, okay. All right. We'll move to Linton then. Okay. What's your passive arcana, Linton? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, a lead, you can see through the doorway on the far side, both Gungo and Linden, and they both are sort of banging against some sort of force field. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'll just jump into the cone of silence for a moment. Bear with me. Alid, what's your passive arcana? I assume it's pretty good. Okay. It's more about being able to talk to you without the others knowing what your character's knowing or experiencing. Oh, okay, so what's your Arcana plus? Okay, so your passive would be 16. So that's enough. That's enough to recognise that these guys are in what is like a wall of force. So there's no way they're going to get through it without some sort of magical movement. Now, you might be able to get rid of it with a Dispel Magic, so your passive, Arcana is probably, you would need to sort of use an action to try and mull it over more. You're not wasting an action on this. It's just like what quickly jumps into your head, so maybe Dispel Magic or whatever, but maybe you could miss it. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Yep. Yep. Right. And you also recall that Gungo can blink, which sort of teleports him, sends him into the ethereal. So you would know walls of force normally don't spread into the ethereal plane, so it might be a way around it. But Dispel Magic, maybe Disintegrate, might work on force cages or walls of force. All right, we'll move back. Nothing too scary. All right. All right, we are back. And Charity is going to go for you, Luxor. Okay. All right, so the first one has 3 attacks. All of them missing. Next one has 3 attacks. All of them missing. The tide is turning. Intel, where is she? Oh, yeah. They pay the price for daring to attack you. Roll the damage. What have we got? 11. Yeah. 2 saves. 1 of them passes. So what did we say? 11 was it? Yep. Okay. Alright, so they both do that. They both attack you. All of them miss. Intel I can get rid of. Noida, it's on you. What do you want to do? Oh no, hang on. Tejin's going to go. No, he's not. You're incapacitated at this point, I believe. So let's just check to see. I think you can move. You can, and you stagger around like someone who's been shot in the guts in a movie. Okay, yep. He does get a swing on you, and he's going to do that. Okay. Oh, I'm class 29. Okay. He's going to do... Oh, there it is. 17 damage. And your speed is reduced by 10. So you can go up to 4 squares now rather than 6. That's as far as you get. Okay, when a creature provokes an opportunity attack from you by leaving your reach. So no one has at this stage. This means you can, when someone runs away from you, you can reactive attack them, not just with a weapon, but with a spell. No, it's still opportunity attack. So yep. If he was an enemy, it's a bit weird, but if he's an enemy, it would, because he's leaving your threat zone. Interesting. I'll look at that throughout the week though, because it would be a way to sort of heal friends, but when they step away from you. Yeah, yeah. You'd have to. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll look at it throughout the week. It's about what is an opportunity attack. What is it? What needs to actually trigger that? So Noida, I've moved you 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've gone one too far, but you can get to there. No actions, no reactions. So you're done? Yep. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. You can roll another Constitution save now at the end of your turn. Okay. All right. And Tejan goes. Now he's not. He knows about spirit guardians. He's going to send his bonus, his weapon over to you, Luxor, and it's going to swing at you, which is rupture. Where's the bonus action? Okay. Oh. No, it's very similar to yours. It's just made of sort of arcane magic. It's probably more susceptible to something like a dispel magic. Okay, he's just going to gesture at you, Luxor, and make a swing. Oops, that's a D10. We'll try D20. Hits armor class 22. That'll do 17 damage, and your speed is reduced by 10. And then he's going to gesture at you with his other hand. He's still got his mace, his maul, his two-handed weapon in the other hand. Gestures at you, and this necrotic crackle comes sailing out. Hitting class 20. Okay. Can you roll a... Okay, so you take 4d6. Take 14 damage. And then that same... Sorry? No, you take the 14 damage, and then you need to save for do the Constitution save for the concentration on the Spirit Guardians. And then that same splinter goes shooting up off you, bouncing, like ricocheting up to you, Noida. Noida, you need to do a Constitution saving throw. No. Okay. And the splinter comes towards you, and you sort of move to one side and dodge it. And Tejan is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 just swing around here. Okay. That's him. So we're back to you, Luxor. Mace. Yep, Morningstar. Okay. Okay, 16 hits. Okay, so 9 damage in total. Okay, you get a second attack. Very badly injured now. That's a miss. That's a 7, I think. Natural 1. Yep. You've got a bonus action. I don't know if... and movement, if you want to do any. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Swing, swing, swing. To re-roll, is it? Is that what that does? Okay, yep, sure. I'm not sure of luck points in the new rules, but I'll go with your view. You're the one that's got it. Have another roll. Uh, 15. Who's this on charity? It hits. Just. Yeah, okay. 2 damage. Surely you got some divine business in there too. Ah, nice. Okay, so 9 in total, which is enough to drop Mercy down. Dead. And that's your turn. Yep. Number of luck points. When you roll a d20, you can spend 1 point to give yourself advantage on the roll. So it is supposed to be after. As in, it is supposed to be, before you roll the dice. But that's cool. That's fine. Now we know. A lead. Okay, yep. Okay, yes, so you move. You do cop an opportunity attack. And take a bit of damage. That's 13. Oh, the 19 was 19. No, it hit. It's 19 plus 7, 22. Oh, okay. How much damage? Okay, they take 11 and you take 13. And you get over there and you can see Lyndon, Gunko, Ajax looking quite dejected. Okay. Okay. All right. So you cast your spell and... Yep. And Gungo, Lyndon, you've got your hands up against the thing and you've got whatever it is that you had readied, but the wall just vanishes and Aleid's there looking smug at you. Okay. Gunko. Okay. It depends. I'm not sure. For now, leave it at what it is. Like when you do a crit, and I'll have to have a look at the new item. That's fine. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, natural 20. $40 damage. Okay, so you just saunter into the room, throw a dagger, boom, Nurse Mercy cops what presumably is some sort of enchanted weapon in the head, and boom, dead. Okay. 29 hits. Oh. Okay. Anything else, Gungo? So you've raged. Did you bonus action dash? Oh, I see. Okay. So you got to get a normal move. Yeah, okay. Nice one. Okay, all right. So that's Gungo. What's that on 12? Yep. Then Lyndon. Okay. Oof. Okay. So what was the that's Guardian of Nature. So you just turned yourself into Groot. Okay. Yeah. And was it what's and that's a bonus action, and then you've got is it two longbows? What's the or is that one longbow to hit and one damage? Oh, I see. Okay. Yep. Okay, so that hits. Mm-hmm. That hits. Okay. All right, so 2 arrows. Okay. He end of your turn, he reaches out and this time gestures at you, Luxor. looking to try and pull your soul out, and you need to do a Constitution saving throw. Soul Rend, it's called. Oh, natural 20. Okay, all right. He tries to grab it and can't. That consumes all 3 of his legendary actions. Okay, that's okay. Cool. That was his legendary action. Okay, there's a pulse of glow from the runes, and 3 figures appear in the portal. All 3 of them, you recognise them. One is Durant, who originally, remember, gestured you and rescued you from the streets of Torgorak, one of the resistance leaders, and you went to get to see Vokar, the where is he? Vokar the Obedient, who was a bit of a seer, bit of a religious leader of the cult, of the resistance, and weirdly Zorala, the woman who slit the throat of one of the guards, who said she was, acting on behalf of others and an agent and so on, and heading out the door. I don't know if those all ring a bell to you, if you remember those from earlier. Okay. And Vokar turns to Tejan and says, "Here I am, Tejan the Grim. Now pray tell, where is your grave master, Kaz the Betrayer?" And he seems really bitter when he says betrayer. As I understand, and he turns to Zorala, that he is not here to save you. And then Vokar turns to you, Noida, Luxor, Gungo. I think Lyndon and Alida are all visible. And says, "I thank you. You are truly inspired in your followings of Vecna. He will be pleased. We have dispatched his foes. Now let us take control of this wretched place for the Master's designs. The people of Tovag will serve him well. But we must find that sword. It is a threat to the Master." And then he turns to Vokar and raises a weapon. It's sort of glowing with some sort of necrotic energy, and points at Tejan and says, We'll have that sword, thanks." And with that, he steps. Where is he? He's up next. Yep. He steps to the edge here and swings at Tejan the Grim. And he's wielding a two-handed maul and strikes at him. Whoops. I'll just get the turn order back. Now, I'll probably approximate these after the first couple, because I don't want to just spend the round with me NPCs fighting NPCs. But to give you an idea, he whacks him, he hits him once, does like 25 necrotic damage with one hit. And then he calls out an infernal mendacity and utters this some sort of unholy words, causing pain and doubt to flood the mind of Tejan the Grim. Which Tejan fails. And it takes a whole swag more psychic damage. Another 28. And Tejan, similar to Noida before, sort of is reeling and incoherent for a time. That's Vokar. Zorala rushes around, like sprints, like a with alacrity around Tejin. Yeah, and two, she sort of punches twice, although she's got her hands as if she's got claws, like just scratching. One of those misses, but one of them sort of slides under the armor, and you can see Tejin cry out in pain, almost as if he's seeing some sort of horrible visions. And Durant is there going, Vokar, what do you mean? What is Vecna? Lathander, surely. You misspeak. And seems a little bit, spends basically the round trying to figure things out, and doing no action, but just takes a step back off the magic circle. Noida, you're right there. What do you want to do? Oh, no, you are capacitated right now. It's worn off. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now that's an area effect for a circle, isn't it? Okay. Something like that? Or you're going to get yourself fully in it? Because you and Vokar are 20 feet away. You can get Tejin for sure. Okay, so then wait, you're not in it, but you definitely got all three of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. 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 Tejin fails and chooses to pass, and Vokar fails and chooses to pass, spending a resistance. Okay. What level spell is that? Wow. Okay. All right. Yep. Tejin goes looks incensed and just charges. Let's see, 10, 20. Oh, this is difficult ground, is it? The Spirit Guardians. Okay. Okay, he's going to run over to there, right next to you, and take a swing. He misses. Things are going south for poor Tejin. Okay, I'm going to see if his Soul Rend recharges, which it doesn't. Luxor, you've now got Tejin. Yeah, do the spirit. At the start, or if he starts his turn in it? Yeah. Usually, if it happens when it goes off, you've got a chance to run out. Yep. Okay. So, but Spirit Guardians. Oh, he gets a save, doesn't he? Okay. Save goes off, and he was it 17. That's a fail. 23. Whoa. All right. Tejan is looking grim. Luxor, it's your turn. Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Which he fails. Oh. Okay. He would have, but he's used his last legendary resistance to save, just to save himself. It's just, yes. The breath weapon, it would say whether it's a bonus action or an action. Yeah, okay. So you're swapping. So you get 2 attacks around. You can spend one of them to breathe and still whack with the mace. Okay. My class 13 is going to miss. Yeah. Oh, your Battle Master. Yep. Add D8 to that. Roll your D8. No. No. Where's the bards? Where's the bard when you need him? Okay. Okay. 16's going to miss. You can still spend a superiority dice on this attack. May as well. Don't end a day with superiority dice sitting in your pocket. Okay, so that would be a 21 that hits. Well, handy dandy, he had 7 left, and drops dead. Oh yes, yeah. All right. Okay, Vokar, at the end of when you landed him, he has this moment of alacrity, and he dashes outside of the unholy area and outside of the spirit guardians and ends up over next to you, Nuda. Oh, yeah, so he probably won't get that far, will he? Let's see, just check his speed. Yep. 1, 2, 3. He'll just get to here. No, this is a legendary alacrity, and he sort of dashes, and it's like an evade. It's called schemes. Okay, so that was Luxor, a lead. Okay. Yep. You know he's dripping with necrotic energy. Okay. Go. Round 2. Oh, hang on. We might do another legendary action. Checking. Sorry. Okay, he's going to cast a spell. He starts casting it. Okay. Roll to see what level spell you counter, Noida. Alid, are you going to counter as well, or are you leaving this? Oh, is it? Okay. And what is the save versus your 18? Okay. And Constitution? Okay. Got it. All right. Well, he fails that. And you manage to stop a upcast hold person that was trying to hold you all in place and take mandatory critical hits. Back to you, Gungo. Sorry for that. The Spirit Guardians, yep. Zorala. She doesn't. She seems quite complicit. No, Zorala, up the top there. Yeah, Durant down the bottom, the one that Vokar's right next to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Boom. Nice. Okay, roll to hit. Okay, hits. He seems to be. He's probably more of a human cleric. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. He's going to pass it. Yeah. Okay. Yep, okay. He's now in the Spirit Guardians. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Vokar's going to go. Legendary action. No, he can't. He's used it. Lyndon, your turn. Oh, nice one. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, can you cast the spell after the hit? Okay, cool. Unleash. Blacken the skies. So, how much damage? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, cool. Yep. Okay, 31 hits. Bit of psychic damage. Okay. All right. So 2 lightning. Yeah, nice one. All right, so that's you done. No movement, or are you good? Okay. Okay. Vokar's going to go. Let's see. He takes, yeah, do the radiant damage first. Do you want to roll that? He's going to take half or... 21. Did I do that? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do her. Yeah, we'll do her in just a sec on her turn because now he's going to go. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. He's just going to go 2 squares. Yeah. Okay. All right. He swings on Durant, and hits with the maul, doing 21 damage. Dropping Durant down to 6 hit points. I don't know if you can see the health bar there. It's a pretty bit grim. Okay. He's going to take another swing. Gets 2 of those. Is that going to hit? Yes, it is. Going to hit Durant. Killing Durant. I'll just do this for now. And then he curses at him, at the corpse. Basically it sounds like some sort of infernal curse against Lathander. Basically causing Durant's ears to start to bleed and God knows what. And he sort of stands over Durant. Zarala goes. Now she's in the Spirit Guardians and she's in the whatever it's called. Your thing, your blue thing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So she is going to look at Vokar, look around at you all, and start to cast a spell. Do any of you have reactions? You're out of reactions? Yeah. Yeah, you're going to counterspell a lead? Okay, so you cross off the counterspell. Just a level 3 spell slot. And Zarala has to do a Constitution saving throw. What's your spell save? Oh, this is weird. Okay, I have to be careful here. I'll roll it anyway, just to see what happens. Okay, this is... Okay, and she seems to open some sort of gateway and just steps through it and vanishes. You don't know. But the Spirit Guardians didn't seem to affect her either. The Spirit Guardians just moved straight through her as if she wasn't there. The only spell that seemed to have affected her was the level 7 one. Durant. You as a player have, maybe not your PC. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Durant. Okay. And Noida, what do you want to do? Okay. Okay. So Durant takes some damage, yes? A saving throw? Or no? Yeah, how much? Okay, he fails that. Okay. Alright, so he takes a massive amount of damage from that. Yeah, so Durant seems to be not moving at all, even from the angel thing that's there. Dead. Okay. $16. Okay, yep. No, sorry, that misses. I'm just saying, yep, okay, that's 16. That doesn't help. No, that's a miss, sorry. All right. Okay. He's going to reach out at you, Luxor. Can you do a Constitution saving throw? Oh, 10. Okay. Right. You take psychic damage. 32. Do you have advantage, do you? He needs a 19. He needs a 19 in every case. Yep. Oh, for the glow, the spirit. I'm just checking. No, in this case, you're going to take just disadvantage on your next attack roll or saving throw. So how's your constitution? So the constitution save there was to take the full damage, which was the... Yep, that was the... Yeah, so 2. And it looks like that's okay. With a 19. All right. Elite, that was his... Oh, I skipped you down. Go for it, Luxor. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Dexterity save to do... Well, oh, this is a breath weapon. Okay. Got it. He fails that. Okay. All right. He crackles. Still conscious. Still up. Okay. Oh. 19's going to hit. Yeah. Okay, so what is we got? 6 damage. All right, and is that you done? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Some healing. Yep. Cool. A lead. Okay. Behind him. Okay. All right. Shadow goes off. Crack. Okay. That drops him dead. Boom. As we drop out of combat. I believe. Yep. Whew. Yeah. Okay, all the thrown and tossed things. Eventually Spirit Guardians. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so Vokar, you find a holy symbol of Vecna on him, on the other side of a Lathander holy symbol. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So cross off the... Who's got the diamond? Who's crossing that off? Okay. All right. So Durant comes back on 1, I think. Ben is alive. Yep. We're going to have to change that. I just want to say it now. It's too strong. But otherwise, it's the whole party heals every time you cast it. But I don't know. What. I think this is the... What was the one in Xanathar's that they nerfed twice? Healing Spirit? Everyone would just... everyone would just form a conga line and 60 people would run through it every round for a minute. I know, yeah. But and it was less that it was healing people. But still, it's a 7th level spell. It should be good. But okay, so the 2 spells wear off. You find a particularly nice looking Morning Star on Tej the Grim. There's a sundry jewelry, not really loud, flashy stuff, but probably to the tune of about 5,000 gold worth of religious jewelry. Not magical, but still decent. And you find some sort of what looks like a really weird arcane symbol in a pouch pocket of Tej and the Grim as well. I'll put that into the arcane symbol. I don't know if a lead or someone wants to do a arcana on that. You could try or identify. Okay. Try your arcana there, Elite. 12. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, plus your guidance. Oh, 13. Okay. So you think it's a key of some sort. You're not too sure how to use it or what it is, but it's like when you cast Wizard Lock or something like that. Or what's it called? The rune that protects things, Glyph of Warding. But it's like a reverse of that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Morningstar. Yep. Yep. Okay. And there's also plate mail +1 that gives cold resistance. Yep. Yep. Good if you step into the void. Now, when I mentioned 5,000 GP worth of sundry jewelry, that was from all of the the warlocks and leaders. Okay, and around this room, we haven't actually seen. You jumped straight in here and started swinging. Dominated by a large table. Yeah, dominated by a large table along a northern wall, a massive orrery along the southern, a table laded with model terrain. Let's have a look. Am I reading the right one? There's two. Yep. Carved pieces and a map. And there's inscriptions written above a large double doorway, the one that you came through from the large room with the alcoves. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's a dungeon. There's a screen and made of a piece of cardboard at one end. It looks like they are battle plans of Kaz's forces, and also plans for an operation targeting a particular place called Pandesmos, where forces are marked by the symbol of a spider. Mm-hmm. No, it's not. So you know enough from those of you with religious backgrounds that this is not the symbol of Lolth. It's some other symbol. If you want to try a religion check, you need to have proficiency. Yeah, okay. You could both roll, or yep, okay. So Luxor's got a 16. $26. Okay. So Luxor, you recognise that this is fiendish, and and that it's not Lolth. It's not, which is probably more commonly known. Noida, you recognise this as something much more primal, predating these elven, dwarven, whatever gods, but more gods of chaos. And the symbol is of when you look closely, you can see there's like a wolf heads involved in it. It's got multiple heads, and you know of this as being a entity from prehistory called Miska. Yeah. Well, Miska the wolf spider. Yeah. Sure. Yep. Yep. You can do a survival check. It's appropriate for some of these maps. 16. Okay. It looks like to you Pandesmos rings a bell. You can't tell exactly. You haven't heard of the place, but it looks like this is clearly an interplanar interplanar plan, and you think that this location is probably on the plane, at least, of Pandemonium, which is one of the lower planes. Constantly howling wind of grit and sandstorms and lightning among jagged mountain ranges with riddled with tunnels like the Underdark, but those tunnels are like wind chambers, so constant blasting cyclonic winds. Not sure, but the symbol of the wolf looks like a wolf. Looks like a Miska religious symbol, or at least a fetish or an icon. For when you pray to angels or just powerful beings rather than gods. And that's the spider symbol that's over the place called Pandesmos. Yes, it looks like Kaz is planning military forces and spies and agents and things to plan some sort of attack, or at least the focus of attention. Yeah. Right. Hmm. You also you go for it. Oh, to the south, there's this global other planar map which is sort of marked with spheres or crystal spheres, or planes are marked like as a globe, and you can see some of those have got drawn attention to them as well. One of them is representing Avernus, the first layer of hell, and there's markings there that's called out specifically for attention as the location of, and it just says hand with a question mark. There is. And it's a place called Earth. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. No notes of the sword. Okay. Yeah, Durant's conscious and just. Yeah, yeah. Yep, okay. Okay. So do a bit of queuing to her. Lyndon, you're over at the doorway that leads out into this next room. On your side, looking through, there's an inscription above it. And it says, sometimes white, sometimes bold, useful to the young and old. A question answered, be it by a ploy, what fabrication can destroy? I'll put it in the chat. Who was that? That was Luxor? Lai, perhaps? Or Lyndon? Lyndon, yeah. Yeah, so you're up there. All right, yep, okay. And beyond that, Lyndon, you can see into the, if you spent a little while, not that long there. It felt like ages because you were just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, really waiting for the others. But it would have been less than a minute that you'd been in this room. Yeah, the this massive hall has reinforced stained glass windows. A large window at one end depicting a powerful man ruling over masses of worshippers. In the centre of the room, there is a raised relief, and you can see it's a map of Tovag. It's surrounded by swirling mist and fog, so that it shows where the boundaries of this dread domain are. And on the far side of the room, there's a runic circle etched into the floor. And yeah, that's what you can see. But you can see the see this large stained glass window. He's over here. Says, how do I get out of here? Well, if we can get out of this tower, I can get us back into the streets. Yeah, there's the castle is full. Hmm. Ajax said he saw he has seen the leaders use that blue circle, but and not just by stepping on it. Whoever activated it was using some sort of short wand type thing. You do. Down through the floor. You can do an Arcana check on this thing if you want. The rune, is it Noida and a lead? Okay. All right. 26. You think that this is a plane shift, like a permanent plane shift rune. And you might, given a bit of time, a lead, you might be able to activate it. But it's a sort of probably once a day type of thing. You couldn't just do it willy-nilly. It takes a while to recharge. Yeah. Yeah, so that shows the map of the Dread Domain, this plane of Ravenloft. Oh, the leaders were coming and going through those purple runes on the floor. I think they're two-way. There's no rune on the floor where you arrived, Gungo, so you came through a one-way. All right. So everyone all piles on. Holds hands. I'll just grab everyone. Okay. You see Felwyn there. Oh, hi. And she's been using her arcane, her ability to make and use tools of any type, and has freed these two people. Down. But you also know that it's not that useful once you get really close. You just know that it's close. Yeah, there's a circular staircase descending from this room. The only way you could get above. Yeah, you came up that way. All right. So everyone comes back to makes a little conga line and gets back down the stairs. It's quite a crowd. Okay. Yes. Not that it really matters. These are sort of rescued stragglers. And you've been in this room, so this is the staircase you came up to. Yeah, so south went to the entrance and north went to another room where the Narala was, the Vecna cultist. No, that's a window. And Noida, the rod, just you know that the other piece is close. Yep. You can see a puddle of blood, and poor old Jagal is in there, having long bled out. It was a guard. What's her name? Narala, the one that got away. Zorala, the one that got away. She was seducing this guy and ended up killing him. And she was the one that found out that Kaz wasn't here, which is how Vokar knew. So, okay, do you want an investigation? Has someone got investigation? Or are you just going to... Okay. Oh, you get a guidance. Okay. All right. You do find what you think are traces of magic powder, ingredients from a spell having been cast, but it's a residue, and it's in the shape of the rune that's on that little thing that Alade found. Mm-hmm. Yep. You can either do Arcana or Investigation, Alade. Okay. Oh, 19. Okay. And is that guidance as well, or... Not sure. Okay, yep. We can have a... All right. All right, the whole party's stacking in it. You get advantage and a guidance from the cleric as well. Okay, so 23. You figure out the right words to use that describe this rune. It is a rune of protection, like a powerful wizard lock. But with the key, saying the words, doing the right gesture, a secret door opens up behind the table beyond, over here, at the far wall. And it's quite narrow a lead. You can sort of peek through. Let's have a look. There you go. I'll just open the door a little bit for you. You can see a chest, and you can see the room continues south. You can see another chest and a bit of gold on the floor. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you can see one chest is open, and it seems to be full of gold. Okay. It does. It looks like a treasury. There's 6 chests, each full of gold. There's about 10,000 gold pieces in each. Luxor on the far wall. There's a plain wall, no augmentation or anything, but there's 2 simple pegs hanging out of the wall, and hanging off that is a black longsword. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's also a small box, like a jewelry box, about 2 feet long, with a little gold clasp. Mm-hmm. Longsword. It's in a scabbard. Mm-hmm. It doesn't radiate magic. From what, if this is the spell, if this is Kaz's sword, then you just know what you've heard of in legend, that he used it to defeat Vecna. Ah, yep. So you let's see. You open that up, and you see a rune flash. There's no visible effect other than just a rune went off of some sort. And opening it up, you can see there's a few greater treasures than just gold. A few gems, a few scrolls, that sort of thing. Yeah, there's a rod. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. I think I accidentally might have given it away already, but yeah, I think it was regeneration. It's a 4th piece. Yeah, regenerate. Yep. So you should be able to see that on screen. That's what it looks like. Giant green crystal nestled in some sort of grey metal. And it joins into the section that you have. Yep. Yes. No, yeah, a short staff, I guess. Yep. Okay, the scrolls. There is true seeing. I'll put into the chat. Sorry. Scroll true. Yeah, these could be used to scribe into your book so that they just add to the spells that you know. So there's a scroll of true seeing. There's a scroll of whirlwind. And you can see those others, lesser ones that I put into the chat as well. 10 Alexandrite gemstones worth 500 each. Oil of sharpness. Potion of superior healing. Potion of stone giant strength. Potion of clairvoyance. Spell scroll with disintegrate and a spell scroll with summon greater demons. Sword of Kaz, obviously, but with a question mark. It doesn't give off any magic, so it doesn't. There's nothing to identify. Apparently, it seems. Power word stun, an 8th level spell. And one last scroll. Let me just check. Okay, and it's Blade of Disaster. And that's a 9th level spell. It's they're all wizard spells. Blade of Disaster is like a 3-foot long rift in the planar rift, so it's like a blade, and you can attack with it like a spiritual weapon. On a hit, does 4d12 force damage, and the attack scores a crit on an 18, 19, or 20. And so a crit, obviously when it's 4d12 is pretty good, but crits with the Blade of Disaster do triple damage rather than double. So it does a full 12d12 if it crits. And that's like a bonus action, chop, 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 chop. But that's a 9th level spell. So you could use the scroll to just cast it, or you could scribe it into your book, and then when once you get to a level where you could. You're going to join up the rod, the 4 pieces. Okay, so you do so, and I don't know if there's any opportunity to take any of this gold. How much you can actually carry, if you wanted to. Take the time to fill it up as much as you can. Okay. Okay, well, yep. Okay, well, yeah. I think it's more about how much weight the bag of holding can take. That'll max out how much. Yeah. Okay. So the people who you've rescued don't want to leave this plane. They're going to go back to their people, their family. Yeah. So, well, once they get to get out of this building, they'll scamper over the wall and try and make their way into the rocky surroundings. Okay, so from there, where to? You've filled up your bag of holding with as much as you can. You hear this voice. You hear this voice saying, "Unsheath me." Pull it out. Yeah. You feel this sense of like a glee, almost maniacal bloodlust, and you feel like bathing this sword in blood somehow. How would you like to do that? You are fully coherent of your actions. This is not forced upon you, but you feel like bathing the sword in blood. Okay, so quickly rush upstairs and sort of turn it over, and yeah, and noticeably it seems to seep into the sword, and it's you feel hear a voice inside your head. This is cool, and you don't get a sense that that's cool, dude. You get a sense that it's not warm and beating. Hey. This is Keanu Reeves from Point Break here, this sword. um, um, no, you can... yeah, it's up to you. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. Okay. Can you... Yeah, can you roll a wisdom saving throw? Okay. So you notice him sort of this sword drinking the blood off the floor. And is it Luxor's got it right? Yeah. So sort of flipping it over like basting a steak, and the pool starts to shrink in size, and you see Luxor sort of just ponder for a moment, and then he sort of puts his own face down and has a bit of a drink. No. Yeah. Yeah. And you feel completely fine, and you're able to sheath the sword. Okay, you've got it in the sheath in the bag of holding. Okay, and then what? Back up to the top. Up to the top. You do hear, while you're doing all of this investigations and loading up all the money into the bag of holding, all that sort of stuff. That's going to take some time. A bit of shouts from below. Yep. Outside in the main part of the keep. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, so I'll, who's carrying the bag of holding, by the way? Okay. Luxor, at some point, let's say now, you remember that when that portal opened and you got the, blindness? Well, the world goes black, but this time you don't hear anything. It's not cold. And Lyndon, you look around and you can see Lyndon saying, see Luxor there sort of holding his hands out. What's happened? Who turned out the lights? My dark vision's not working. And you look at him and his eyes are just black. Phoenix, you're on mute. Yeah. You're blind. Okay. So you guide him up the stairs, and I'll just move everyone back up to that through the portal, and then you move through into the main area. A lead. You're gonna have to try and activate this thing. It hasn't been used, the blue one. So it's ready to be used now if you wanted to try and activate it. Okay, an intelligence check or arcana if you. That's intelligence based. Yeah, they did sort of spellcasting stuff and gestures and said, a la peanut butter sandwiches. You can tell he's yeah, they used the stick. Yeah. A green crystal, yeah. Okay. So you can do an arcana with advantage. You've got the right tools for the job. Ooh, okay. So 21's enough. First roll. So the whole portal, it's like 15 feet across, starts glowing and throbbing with energy. And yeah, it looks like it's active. It looks like it goes to the streets of a city of some sort. Maybe, yep. It looks like that sort of thing. Oh. The move, yeah. That was a bit plane hopping, wasn't it? Yep. And if you eat a lot of small hamburgers, it'll have double. Yeah, double. Okay, so you all start piling into this portal, and you appear. What you were seeing is through a window, and you're in a room with the windows. The curtains are open, and you're in a room looking out onto a rainy street. And you hear this voice, oh, 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 we don't get this often. And there's a baroness, a crone, sitting in her rocking chair. My, there's a lot of you. I'm sorry, I don't know that I've got enough Scotch fingers. Well, mind the door on your way out. And it seems as if she sort of has surprise. She doesn't seem surprised at all. You know, it's oh gosh, type of deal. And you move out of the crooked house and back into the streets of Sigil. Okay. She gives you a look. Up and down, then goes back to the crochet. Right, so where to from here? Just find a place to take a long rest. Okay. Yep. I think there's probably yeah, well, you say we, but Lyndon was a bit skint when he first showed up with you guys. Yeah, yeah, patches on the elbows. Right. Okay, so you find yourself a place to go and have a good bath, good rest, some decent food. Take a full, get back to full health. Wash away the grime of this volcanic ash from Tovag Baragu, Torgorak, the city of that you first started in, and everyone goes up a level. So I think that should be up to mostly 15 in most cases. And if you wanted to take a few days of downtime, go shopping, if you wanted to scribe the scroll spells into your spell book, you could do that. Mm. Mm. Yes, you've been. Yeah, you see, you've been blind. When you sit around having dinner, you can see, and when you all pile through the portal, you're able to see again. No, you can't. Sorry. No, you cannot see. You're blind the whole time. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So the cleric could cast lesser restoration would cure blindness, and you cast that and it doesn't do anything. um, Maybe, yeah, you're in Sigil, so that's possible. Oh, there's commune and other things at your disposal. Yep. Yep. So you can easily go and make contact and go and visit the councillors. Mordenkainen is not there, but uh, um, Illustriel is. She asked if you found the next pieces. Did you found the hand and eye? Any other pointers? Sword of Kaz. Well, that that that's got the power to defeat Vecna. Well done. Ah. Ah. Well, if this sword is sentient, the wisest people in the party would be best to wield it. They've got the most likely chances of keeping their own faculties. But it is a sword, so you should be able to wield swords. It's pointless giving it to a, healer. Ah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you cast Intellect Fortress on him, and you feel your own self again. No. Yeah. Hmm. Unconscious. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you get the sword out. I think you've of the bag Gungo. You're sitting around this table in one some room or something that you've hired, and your sight returns just as soon as the sword comes out of the bag. He goes blind. He goes blind. As soon as the sword moves more than 10 feet away from him, he goes blind. It's pretty tricky to always stay within 10 feet of someone. That's a curse in itself. Yep. So it can't just be pulled out as a whims. There's many places have a special knot that they do, just to that would just take a while to undo. So it's not a free action. It's a It is. It is. It's rude. So you've got yeah. So you've got this sword. I think you've only got two magic items, but one of them is the sword of Kaz. And while you are wielding it, or while you've got it on your person, you have resistance to necrotic, and you can stamp your foot crossly and cast destructive wave. Yep. You realise that this is not the sort of weapon that should be in the hands of mortals, and you feel, like the sword doesn't wants to be in the hands of mortals, but there's potential that you might meet up with repo men every now and then. Let's see. You can also cast Finger of Death once a day. Divine Unholy Word, Muad'Dib, once a day. And Cold Lightning once a day. Thor-like. While it's on your person. Yep. You haven't drawn the sword yet to see if there's any other abilities conferred just when it's in hand. So Illustriel says the place that you're in is quite safe. So yes, he could cause damage to you or to himself, but not to, innocents. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yeah, that was more a curiosity rather than a crazed, "Rah, I'm going to go and roll in it like a dog in mud." Um, yeah. um, but you did feel the sword needed to be sated. Yeah. And that's what sort of happened the first time, is that you sort of found the loophole. And while it did meet the criteria, the sword wasn't that happy. Everyone likes a happy sword. Yeah, but there was a willpower, a willpower check involved. But you could test, you could even this is Illustrial talking there, you know, to test that out, you could be chained up. We could put you behind the, you know, in a force cage for that matter, and see what happened when you drew the sword. Go through cold turkey. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. And you're there, you're in your jocks, you've got your sword, Illustrial cast Force Cage. And it's a Force Cage that is a little bit bigger so you can talk through it. It's got holes in it. Yeah, everyone, no. Oh, yeah. Are you, okay, this is starting to get a bit occult now that you want a jar of blood on hand just in case. Okay, so a jar of safety blood. It's like having sand in case of a fire. Okay, all right. Lustrious are not too. Yeah, okay. A goat, perhaps. Yeah. That sounds occulty enough. Okay, so you've got your jar of occult blood. This will take some gathering together. But this is Sigil. There's plenty of ingredient shops. Diagon Alley, Nocturne Alley, whatever. And you get your jar of blood next to you. Draw the sword. Shing! Okay, you stand there like a anime book cover. Sword in one hand, sheath in the other. And start sort of just swinging it around a bit. You are fully attuned to it at this point. And you can determine that it's a +3 weapon. It crits on a 19 or 20, so double chance of a crit. And if it hits undead, it does an extra 2d10 damage. About a minute later, you start getting a bit of an itch, You're looking at your friends over there and maybe probing, feeling like probing the sword through to shed a bit of blood. And you really should, and you get a sense that this sword should only be drawn with the intent to use it. And you start to get this compulsion to just run yourself through. Yeah, sure. But you can try and prevent that. Do you want to? Okay. Can you do a charisma saving throw? Yeah. This one's charisma. Last time you actually bathed the sword. This is resisting not bathing it. How did you go? What did you get? Yeah. So what did you get? Bad, I guess. A 15 and a 3. Let's have a look. Okay, you save. And you feel your ears start bleeding, your nose. You take 3d6 psychic damage as a result of that contest, 12 damage. But otherwise, you can say no to the sword. Okay. So you don't take the damage, but you know that, it might be resistance. Whichever it is, you know that there's damage incoming, and find out the effect. Resistance. So it takes 6 damage of psychic. And you seem quite quick with it. And not so much quick as in moving it really fast, but when you went to draw it, it was speedy, and you realise you're going to get plus D10 to initiative rolls. Do you have dark vision? You do, don't you? Okay, it's double now. You feel like that's not you, that's not your dark vision. That's actually the vision that the sword has when it's unsheathed. It can see to 120 feet and impart that visibility to you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, as written, as it is, it's about the sentience of the sword. The sword has dark vision to 120 feet. If it's sheathed and on your back, it might still see and say, "Hey, buddy, there's something 100 feet away." But if you're holding it, it can, you can just know. You got buddies. You got a buddy. Okay. Yeah, you do. You can put it away. hmm Now it's home. I've got this in homebrew in D&D Beyond, so you will be able to find it because it's shared with this campaign. And it's called Sword of Kaz the Betrayer. That's how we can tell the homebrew one from any other stuff floating around. Just a +2 Morningstar. Still, if you need bludgeoning, you got it. Oh, is it? Right. Now, poor Lyndon over there is a bit still skint for magic items and stuff like that, but yeah, okay. There might be stuff in the party too because they've got a bit of stuff that they've collected that wasn't appropriate for the characters. Mm. Yeah, yeah. So I think there was one in particular that she had, but it would if it's still in party booty is not taken, then that's fine. Yeah. Yes. Right. I can't remember. Okay, we can have a look through the week. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Do it out of game time. You're right. Yes. If you want to buy any guns, you can. If they're listed in the player's handbook. No, there's some quarters where that's required to carry one. Yeah, yeah. Everyone has red hats. All right. There's pistols, muskets, da da da. The stuff. As long as it's in the player's handbook, you're in the right place. Sigil. Um, Not magic, but we can. If you want to do a sort of downtime, we can do like a week of downtime where you try and scout out some magic items. But between now and next fortnight, also we could, you can go through the party. There's a shared text file in Roll20 of the party shared stuff. Mm. Armor of resistance. I think there's plate armor of resistance just in standard D&D Beyond. Yep. Yep. Hmm. All right. We'll sort all that out either over the course of the fortnight or between now and the next session, and then you can figure out what's going to happen from here. Oh wow. Yeah. 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 All right. Well, let's close out here, and we'll catch up in a fortnight. 15th level. Happy times. Okay. We'll say goodbye to Ravenloft. Okay.